All right, folks, welcome to quarantine workout number 14. We've been after this for a full fortnight now, so let's get after it. I should start out by saying that Monday's workout really wrecked my legs. I'm feeling that, so if you're feeling really sore today, don't feel bad about that. Today's workout, it's not going to be as dynamic with the lower body, but we are going to challenge the quads a little bit, but it's going to be mostly a static type of work, and you'll find that out later. Let's get started, of course, with our general warm-up. Once you've gotten through all of those moves, go into your 10 and 10. For the 10 and 10 today, we're going to go no push-up. Instead, what you're going to do, you're going to walk out into a plank. You're going to reach across the body and then open up into a T. Back down, opposite side, up into a T. Back up and stand. Again, that's what it's going to look like. Really reach across nice and far. Open up, big breath. Reach and rotate the hip when you reach. Big breath, open up. Walk back up. Then hit your corrective squats for these. It's going to be pretty painful when you first start, if you did that workout correctly. But once you get going, you should loosen up and get some good range of motion. Have fun with that. All right, welcome back, everybody. So now we're going to get into the main work here. This main circuit that we're going to do one big circuit. There is a little surprise at the end, but this is definitely going to be the main portion of the work. We're going to go through 6 rounds of this. I've elected to strap on the bug out bag for this. I heard some of you out there have been challenging yourself a little bit more on some of these moves by adding some extra weight using the backpack. So I figured I might as well give that a shot here. And let's see what we got. So we're going to go core 360. We're going 6 rounds, like I said. Each of these is going to be done with 16 reps. So feel free to add a little bit extra weight with that bug out bag and get your shift backs. I'm a little bit too close to the wall here, but make sure that when you're shifting back, you don't want to touch the wall at the end. I'm touching the wall a little bit. So really what I want to do is come out a little bit farther so I can make it really, really difficult, which it definitely is. So you go 16 and then drop to the side, and you can shift the backpack to your hip here to make this a little bit more gnarly. So if I'm using the bug out bag for these gymnastic side plank dips, I'm going to go ahead and just sling it around to the side, put it right on the hip there. Definitely makes it a little bit more hardcore. After I get the other side, from there, I'll move on to the back, bring the bag up onto the hips, and work it just as you ordinarily would. That really makes it a little bit more exciting. From there, I'm gonna stand up I'm a little slow getting up. I told you I'm hurting. From there, you're gonna do an asymmetrical med ball push-up. So you can bring out a med ball, or you can really use, everybody should have a med ball, but you can really use anything. For this, I'm gonna go 6 to 10 reps per side. So here you have a little bit of freedom. Like I said, we're going 6 rounds, so if you go 6, that's 12 times 6, that's 96. That's plenty of reps, but if you feel like you wanna go a little bit more hardcore, you can go up to 10. 6 to 10 on one side, switch sides. 6 to 10 on the other side. From there, you can use the bug out bag. I have a kettlebell, weighs a little bit more. So I'm gonna use this. You got your backstroke crane. So for the backstroke crane, I'm in a split leg stance, as you can see here. I got one foot back. That's the hand that's holding the weight. That same foot is back. That hand is right in front of the weight. I'm gonna stand up nice and tall, and then I'm just gonna bend laterally. My hip is gonna swing to the side. I'm just gonna bring that weight down and then cinch it back up. So when you see that from the front here, you'll see that the hip swings out to the side, and then I'm using my obliques to pull my posture back up. Now you can do that with the bug out bag too, but look, if I'm holding it from the top handle, I can't really get down that far. So I'm gonna wanna grab the straps this way so that I get a little bit more clearance from that. But you can use, pretty much any weight you can use to do this. All right, once we get through that, we got with the kettlebell, single arm kettlebell swings. We're gonna go 16, alternating. Notice you always wanna have that habit of swinging the opposite arm through. And when you're working an alternating swing like this, that's gonna allow you to get that hand out in front to have a nice, clean transition. Make sure you're using good form, of course. You wanna keep the back up, hips back. It's the same form as a normal kettlebell swing. Most of you guys have really nice kettlebell form. It's just like when you do that windmill, it's that lean with just a little bit of rotation. So you add that little bit of a transverse element into the move. From there, the last thing, we're gonna do wall walk up handstands. So now since we are quarantining and all you guys are at home, make sure when you walk up the wall that you're not scuffing up your parents' walls, or you're gonna be cleaning walls all weekend. So from there, if you're gonna walk up a wall inside, put on some clean socks. Just use your head, people. So you start off in a plank, walk back, walk up that wall, small steps. Once you get up to the top, you're gonna go 6 breaths. And you wanna keep the body straight. Don't let the hips bend. I see a lot of this. Don't let the hips bend against the wall. Just the hands and toes, and find that balance. You wanna feel like you're stacked up nice and sturdy. 6 breaths. Walk back down. And then you're gonna do a total of 5 of those. You're gonna do a total of 5 of those. All right, so as I said before, all those moves there, you're gonna go through that 6 rounds. And then once you're done with that, we got a little surprise for you. Okay, so I know you guys have been waiting to find out what that surprise is, and it's gonna be Tabata rounds. So yeah, you remember it from the first week. It's actually quarantine workout number 5, Q5. Go back to Q5, you scrub up to 8 minutes and 30 seconds, and if you need a refresher on what exactly that Tabata round entails, that's where you're gonna find it. So when you do these 3 rounds of Tabata between rounds 1 and 2, you take a minute and 30 seconds rest, take 90 seconds rest between rounds 1 and 2. Between round 2 and 3, add another 30, take 2 minutes rest. Once you're done with that, lie on the ground, catch your breath, and you might as well stay down there and do some stretching afterwards. Have fun with it, folks.